Hello, everybody. So today is not a good day for growth stocks. Again, the markets are not doing well. It is September, but there is one stock that is doing better today, and it is HIMS. HIMS is squeezing up 10% at the point I made that screenshot. Of course, it went down a little more now. But the whole point is that we had a valley of despair. Not much happened with HIMS for over a month. And now we are finally seeing some action. And that is because we got some positive news on HIMS. And whenever positive news hits, this stock squeezes. And why does it do this? Because there's a lot of people who are shorting the stock. 35% of the float of HIMS is short, of people just betting that the stock will go down. And why is that? Because HIMS is one of these stocks that is the most FUDed in the market, that is the most hated in the market. People dismiss this company as just a GLP-1 company. They also dismiss GLP-1s, and they talk about GLP-1s being just a fad, ignoring the greater trend of peptides and what peptides are going to mean to medicine. And of course, since this is just a GLP-1 company, GLP-1s are a fad, they also add on to that the lawsuits are going to be coming for a business line, which is not the biggest business line at HIMS, right? GLP-1s this year, maybe 20% of the revenue. That's what we're going to have roughly. So you have a stock who's trading on FUD related to one of their bigger products. And today we had some news yesterday, actually, about some of the lawsuits against the compounders done by Lilly towards smaller compounders not going too well. And so I suggest you look at this account from Lollipop. And what she was saying here is that, actually compounding a GLP is not mass compounding. It is, if it is medically recognized, if it is a medically needed personalization, then it's okay and it's fair game to do that. And interestingly, a few days ago, Andrew Dudum tweeted one of the oldest concepts in medicine, I suppose, from more than 2,000 years ago, talking about how compounding is essential and is an important way to practice medicine. And if you add that to Kalshi, for example, which are the odds, will Novo Nordisk sue HIMS? There's actual odds with actual people betting money on this. And you see these odds are going down. There's also a few news articles circulating talking about how there may actually not be a lawsuit. And even if there was, what's happening right now with Lilly's lawsuits and Willow against Willow, that is showing that a lawsuit against HIMS may not be entirely successful. To me, this has always been a narrative. If there is a lawsuit, there would obviously be an appeal, and we would only find out the result a few years from now. So to me, that has always been a narrative to drive the stock down. Nothing more than that. There's always a bunch of suits on these companies, and the resolutions often happen in a timeline that has nothing to do with the timeline of the revenue growth of this company or even the timeline of your stocks. By the time there's a resolution on any suit, you might long be done with the stock because the justice system is extremely, extremely slow. So that's partially the reason why I think the stock is squeezing. Another one is I'm seeing rumors being louder and louder about testosterone. We knew testosterone was coming, right? We knew it was coming in the fall, but it looks like it might be coming in September, and we are in September, so it looks like they might launch testosterone imminently. And I've seen some screenshots. I don't know where they got these screenshots. I don't know if this is made up, but I've seen a lot of these online circulating on various accounts. And there is also a photo shoot that HIMS seems to have done, and you have TikTok videos of this photo shoot. And this photo shoot has been for the testosterone launch. So again, lots of cues that have been dropped in the market about a possible testosterone launch. Of course, TRT, HRT, TRT, hormone replacement therapy, that has been a blockbuster in medicine for the past 20 years. We're taking the disruption to the quote-unquote low T center of the strip mall in middle America that you see all over the place. If they go after this, that could be another enormous market that I think the market's going to be very optimistic about. Again, nothing changes for the long-term shareholder, for the long-term investor. Nothing has changed for him. But today, in a moment where growth stocks just across the board are not doing well, today HIMS gets a break, and so we celebrate that. This was not investment advice. This is not financial advice. Just entertainment. Hoping you were entertained. Please like. Please subscribe. Follow me on Patreon. Follow me on X. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.